I've been a proponent of nuclear energy for a long time, so it broke no new ground with me. But as information concerned me, which concerned me the most, was the use of these much smaller reactors. I thought would be just a one thing, a modular type thing, as opposed to these monolithic stations. A number of these smaller ones, I think, is the way to go.
We need to look at definitely nuclear power. If anybody's concerned about CO2 issue, nuclear power is truly the only source of green energy besides the hydroelectric that it could. And nuclear station, I looked at the cost of building a nuclear power station versus wind turbine. In terms of kilowatt hours production, nuclear power is half. So that's what we really need to look at. And what he's talking about, nuclear power, absolutely, that's the way to go.
Personally, even though I'm not a nuclear scientist, from what I saw today and what I've been able to read and become aware of, I do think it's not nuclear, but it's the what I call the mini nuclears, not the big giant plants, because the mini ones can then be placed in smaller regions and be able to service an immediate neighborhood, that we don't need to build something the size of the malls up in Providence to be able to power Rhode Island.
I was always under the impression that nuclear would be, I grew up in the 80s, 90s when they were teaching kids to be afraid of, nuclear meltdowns.
I still am.
Yeah, radiation. And so the technologies have changed. We're in 2025, so we can now, with having smaller nuclear plants, the waste is very small.
So based on what he said, what would you say is the best form of energy?
The thorium reactors. I thought that was one of the best things to use, and of course I believe fossil fuels.